An Awakening by R.W. Rock.
I'm sold already.
This is an awakening. I think we can all agree. An awakening unlike any other that we've heard of in history.
Ooh.
It's not like we're a bunch of crackpots who need something and now we see. A lot of us weren't even looking for the big answer, and that including me.
So
Simply clicked on a pesky suggested flat earth video, but little did I know the huge impact on my life that this small act would bestow. The earth is a flat plane surrounded by an ice wall as far as we all know. The truth is trickling in here and there, but one thing we can all agree on is we do not live on a sphere. He runs there with sphere. What a god. Absolute god.
Hello, and welcome to episode number 25 of the Musically Challenged podcast.
The earth is flat. Wake up, people.
This is a transmission from the Flat Earth Society. Wake up, open your eyes, look around.
Is it now a Flat Earth podcast?
Yep, this is official Flat Earth.
The microphone is a disc.
What you are hearing right now is actually anti-Illuminati signals being sent out. If you hear this, we're probably dead. The Illuminati has taken us back, but we're telling you,
We're the last
the earth is flat.
so flat. We're the last
Wake up!
resistance.
There's a giant ice wall. That's how all the water is held in. Gravity doesn't exist. It's just density.
It's just the earth flying up.
That's actually what they say.
Yeah.
It's just a density.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because when
There's
you
only one density,
when there's
yeah.
when you have a hot air balloon, you just fill it when the balloon's on the ground. It's got no air in it. It's just flat. When you fill it up with hot air, it's the same amount of air, but it's just a different density.
Well,
Gravity doesn't take that into account. Fucking kill me! I hate flat earthers. If you're a flat earther and you're listening to this, just stop, please.
the life that is.
I know
not,
you were
not
like
listening,
happy
life.
when we started off this talking about flat earth. You were like, oh, some people are enlightened like me. No, read a fucking book.
Science,
Trash human. Alright. Should we talk about music?
Yeah.
I mean, what about this kid over here?
So-
Oh yeah, another fellow who's joined us on the bed. Joined me on the bed.
Sam's got a friend to make my bed more soggy. Double the sog. And his name is Liam.
I've been forced.
The man.
Forced onto the podcast.
The man,
Yep.
the myth, the 21 Pilots fan. It's Liam.
Yep, we got him on.
Introduce yourself, Liam. Introduce yourself to the 5 people that are listening.
Hi, my name's Liam.
about right.
I listen to 21 Pilots.
Yep, that sums it up. So Liam lives with us, and so does Ollie. They're the only people that listen to this podcast, and now we've got one of them on, so viewership's going to be decreased.
Probably.
There's no need for Liam to listen to it
Now
back, is
we'll
there?
just listen to it.
Just be Ollie this time. Anyway, so yeah. What, now there are 4.
We thought we'd expand our horizons and, like invite
Flat horizons.
Invite a mentally disabled person on just to sort of make it all, equal opportunities for everyone.
Diversity.
So,
Liam.
mentally handicapped. It's nice to have him here.
So patronising.
You might like 21 Pilots, but we still love him.
I literally haven't listened to them in months.
And yet he's wearing his t-shirt.
Yeah, but that's a funny meme.
That's
Yeah.
a good meme.
He's
That's
on,
welcome.
You're on the up and up, Liam.
Yeah. My range of music has expanded a lot.
Broadened.
Because
Exploded.
Jimmy-
You're woke.
Yeah, exactly.
We've
Wake up, sheep.
Exactly. We forced musics upon Liam.
Yeah.
Are there any that you liked that we forced upon you? That we're not talking about today? Or like...
I mean, yeah, quite a lot.
Yeah?
As long as
Too much to mention.
As long as it's an avant-garde, he's fine with it.
Yeah.
You haven't forced that upon him, have you? Because I didn't.
Well, we played it once to
may
see
have
what it was.
listened to a little bit of it whilst we were cooking dinner. And we were
Only a
just
little
like,
bit.
And we were just like, I was just like, don't worry guys, it'll get good. It'll get good. Julian's listened to it, it'll get good.
What kind of a benchmark is that, though?
Exactly.
That shows I
Now we
have
learn.
respect for you, Julian.
That's true.
No
I
longer.
mean, it's very little, but, it's still there.
It's respect.
There's still a shred.
More than zero.
Exactly. It's positive definite.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. Liam doesn't get that.
Don't.
You can be
don't
the
remind
you can
us
be the
of
person
that
to
analysis.
tell us when we're being stupid and just making mash references that clearly no one will get. So yeah.
I think people will get positive definite.
They'll know
if we
the
start like
definition.
joking about a lecture, it's like, oh, well, that's a funny joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sure, everyone out there's loving the jokes about Adrian, because everyone knows who he is.
Well known fact, Adrian's a dickhead. Just by broadcast that
What if
one.
he's a listener?
Oh god.
Well, he can come and find me and kill me. He probably wants to already. He wants to kill us all.
I noticed you had a pretty swell 37 subs now.
37?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Last time I
We're getting
checked,
close to our
35.
40 subs. What are we doing for our 40 sub special? We've been planning for that since
I don't know.
weeks.
Why 40?
Why 40? Because it was the next multiple of 10.
100 is me hanging myself to no surprises.
Okay.
I've got rope now.
Live on the podcast.
I've got rope now. It'll happen.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd actually be beautiful.
At 50, you should show off the rope and your noose tying
Exactly,
technique.
yeah.
And then upload
Thing
that
is,
as a
though,
small
like,
video, small bonus.
I think the saddest thing about that was that'll probably get copyright claimed because it's got
Surprises on it.
It'd just be a silent video.
that'd be like
It'd be taken down.
that'd be like the saddest thing ever. Someone,
Could you put it on live leak?
yeah, probs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
that'd be
belongs
good.
there.
It does belong there.
I've always wanted to be on Live League.
You gotta make it.
World star. World
No,
star.
I'm not a thug enough to be on World Star.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about World Star in a long time.
Have you not?
No.
Heard that name in a
Long time.
Right. Should we move on to
Music?
contents?
Yeah.
Should we move on
Let's
to
stop
what we've been
rambling,
listening
boys.
to? You know?
Liam, because you're the guest, you're going to go first. What have you been listening to lately?
Tell us, please.
That you
Started
want-
listening to Father John Misty recently.
Yes.
Who forced that upon you?
I didn't force it.
No.
Oh, so fair.
cool.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm just anticipating his album. Come
I
on.
also did start listening to that too.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I wasn't like...
Good timing.
Yeah.
Good
Everyone
timing.
having a nice Father John Misty party.
Except for Julian. He's the odd one out. Get out of here, Julian.
We
You're
got
not
Liam
the
now, we don't need him. Fuck off.
So yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure I'd be that into it because obviously it's quite like folky.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually really good. Listen to I Love You Honey Bear.
Yes.
Very good
I need to
work.
listen to that properly.
And-
You probably listen more than me.
And he's got a new one up soon, hasn't he?
Yes.
What you talk about?
I'm hype about the
There's a-
singles for that. So
Yes, you are.
There's a bunch of conspiracies going around on his like release of it, isn't it?
oh,
It was
really?
like when he posted to like, or something got posted to Reddit Music, and people thought like,
Oh, yeah.
what if that's actually him
yeah.
promoting his album?
Because it was a really weird post, just posted on his like Reddit thing. It was just like really weirdly worded, and it was like cryptic. And then he's done like lots of other videos. He just doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. He did an unboxing video, which was really cool. I don't know if I mentioned that, but
Did he really?
Yeah, for his vinyls, because his vinyls are really really cool.
Yeah.
It's like if you've seen the videos for the singles he's got out, it's like a painted cityscape. But like you've got like this hillside with people on it is the bottom bit, and then you can take out the like vinyl casing stuff, and it's got like different skies painted on it. So then you can like flip it around and have like a happy sky with like a rainbow, and then you flip it back and then dark red sky, and it's scary and like looming. So yeah, he did an unboxing video for that where he said nothing, and he just was like, he just made facial expressions like ooh, and he like changed it to the rainbow. It's like yeah, it was good. He's a good lad.
I
Sounds like a
absolutely
great
love
lad.
this man.
Yeah, he is. Put Pepe the Frog in his meme video. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Father John
No,
Misty.
that's a hate symbol.
It's a hate symbol. That's why I put it in, because it's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, hasn't he got he's got like a bunch of other albums just as like, was it Josh Tillman, his actual name is?
I think so, yeah. And he
But I
used to
don't
be
know
part
what
of
they're like.
Fleet Foxes as well, I think. I believe.
Fleet Fox have got new stuff coming
They
out
have.
as well.
Father John Misty actually tweeted about it, and someone asked him or something, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I like." He said he cried to it or something when he heard it the first time because they did such a good job. So whoa, but that's Father John Misty. So good lad,
Good lad.
good lad indeed. Is there anything else, Liam?
Well, not like really originally, but I started listening to Injury Reserve.
Yes, boy.
Well, I've only listened to Floss, but Floss.
That's
is
like-
sick album.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
they
many bands
released a
on
mixtape like a couple of years ago, didn't they? Like
Yeah,
Live at the
Live
Dentist,
from the Dentist.
which I still
Yeah.
haven't listened to. But I mean, I don't feel like I need it particularly
Nah.
just yet
It's a weird teeth theme they've got.
Yeah, it is.
You know, that's,
Best,
you know,
Yeah,
best
Quite
teeth in the
amazing.
rap game.
Must have been a terrible childhood moment.
Maybe that's why
Going to the
Fantano
dentist.
likes them so much.
'cause
Best teeth.
He got the
Yeah.
teeth.
Best teeth in the
got
game.
that teeth.
Yeah, makes sense now. So, Sam, what have you been listening to? With
On your new phone.
On my new phone, I finally got a phone, so I can listen to music lots now.
Yeah.
I don't have to talk to anyone anymore. I can just stick headphones in.
Oh, you could have just
God.
like stuck in headphones anyway. Not
pretend.
music.
I come along to
Jamming out to
that's
John
like
Cage.
quite like boring.
just bust
So
noises.
it's like, you know, on the bus, you've actually got to like communicate with people and like act like you care about what their life is about. And it's like, no, I just want to listen to music.
earphones in.
So now
Don't
I've
give
got
a
that.
fuck.
So now I've got that back. Is much life is much more enjoyable. I've been listening to as well as I listened to a bit of "I Love You, Honey Bear" by Father John Misty. Also,
Very nice.
listened to two English rap artists. One guy called Loyal Kana
I've heard about him.
and
actually.
another called
Cool.
Strange You. Strange You is very similar to My Fucking Doom. Sort of it's quite like they're quite silly and sort of
We played them before we
wacky
started
songs
recording.
and
Playing characters.
It's
from what I
always
gather.
like it's funny. It's a funny album. It's
It is
and it's
entertaining.
also got sort of. It sounds a lot like Mad Villainy just because of all the like samples that Mad
Yeah.
Villainy has got from like old
like 50s TV shows.
50s, like, yeah, like B-movie sort of stuff, you know,
Jerry
actual
Seinfeld.
B-movies.
Do you like jazz?
And then, yeah, this has got sort of like the same sort of samples, or not the same samples, but samples similar to it from like old TV shows. They've got like the over 9,000 meme from Dragon Ball Z at the start, so.
That
Yeah, it's-
oldie. That
good
old
lads.
meme.
Good lads. And then
Oldie.
also, Frank Ocean, or Frankie Babes, has a new single out.
I listened to that.
I
did.
really liked it.
I did as well.
You know,
I haven't gotten it yet. but I'm going
always good for a bit of Frank Ocean, which also got me listening to a lot of Frank Ocean this week as well, because his music is crisp. I love it. And also a bit of Kanye West, also known as
Kane.
Kanye West.
Mhm.
Thought I would try and get into Kanye's music, and you know, I listened to Graduation and I thought it was alright. I feel like it's like hype, but his flows compared to maybe other rappers that we might be talking about today
Yes.
aren't as beastly. So it's sort of it feels a bit slow and drawn out.
Yeah. Going from one to the other.
Hard to take him like seriously though.
That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I still have the trouble of separating his personality from like
the art
music he
from the
makes.
art.
That's
Yeah,
part of it.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I listen to older stuff by him, because that's when he was
Wasn't-
less of a cunt,
Yeah,
pretty
exactly.
much.
But now he's lost his marbles. He's off his
He's-
marbles.
Yeah,
he is
lost the
off.
floor.
Yeah.
He's full on Jesus right now. He's
But you'll be
been
president though, so that's fine.
doing like 2 songs at a live performance, then like ranting about something and then leaving.
He's definitely a flat earthist.
Yeah, pretty
Definitely.
much. Yeah, I can't wait for his
Wouldn't be surprised.
next album. Flat Earth.
Yes, that was so
This is
good.
like the Earth ain't no sphere. Oh mate, that'll be so sick.
An awakening. That'll be
The Awakening.
the song.
That would be so good. And I would not even be surprised at all.
Feet RJ Rock or whatever that dude's name was from the Flat Earth group.
Got some mad poems from him. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go
Just to
next.
give some context to that, we've been invited by a friend to a Flat Earth Facebook group, and there's a dude on there by the name of RJ Rock who I believe is American.
Probably,
His profession is he makes custom knives. And he writes poems about Flat Earth. They're all horrendous, and he always citates himself at bottom of his poem. Which
Wait, so does he like put the entire thing in quotes and then put his name?
No, he writes his poem and then he puts tilde RJ Rock at the bottom. So
Okay.
it's like, oh
I mean,
god,
the poems are
bad enough.
good.
it's hard not to lose the will to live
Yeah.
sometimes, and reading his poems is one of those times.
Doing this podcast, reading his poems. Those are two.
Talking
two
to
things.
Julian, those three are
That's
like
the trifecta.
the trifecta.
Trifecta.
Can confirm.
Yeah.
Constantly losing the will to live, you two.
Right,
Yep.
Mike, what
Mike,
have you
finally
been
your
listening
turn.
to this week?
So, I've actually listened to so much Wilco, and it's still a bit of Ween. So that I understand.
Never stop Ween.
I understand the weeniest of Ween because they're
The weeniest.
The weeniest. But now I've actually like started to understand a bit more the genius of Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. It's so subtle and there's so many things. Like it's really addictive. That's what surprised me because obviously I was listening to it before, and I was like enjoying it, and then it just got stuck in my head, so I just had to keep listening
You're
to
still
it.
going back to it, yeah.
So pretty much I've still been going back to it, and for that reason I ended up buying it the other day when I was in H&B. So
Right, you did.
I've got it. So that might be an episode coming up if I force that.
Not that like Windows Media Player meme music that you were very tempted to buy.
Oh mate, you should have got
so wanted
flipping.
it. It was fucking like
Ninja
£6.50
Tuna, was it?
or
Ninja Tuna
something.
by
Mr. Scruff.
Mr. Scruff.
It was like £6, £6.50. I was like,
so good. Mate, Mr. Scruff, Ninja Tuna. It's amazing.
I really wanted it. I picked it up. I was
Absolute
like, oh, I want to so bad. Should I? But anyway, and another thing I listened to a little bit today actually because 20th anniversary pretty much this week. OK Computer.
Yep.
Yeah, so Pitchfork have been doing a really good thing on it.
Pretty good album,
so I
isn't
saw
it?
That's a decent
That's
one.
alright.
It was 20 years old.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's not as good as Blurry Face, but it's pretty
pretty good. But
Blurry Face is a modern classic.
yeah, indeed.
almost as good as 1975's new album.
Almost.
Oh god.
But I mean, it
Did they
doesn't.
do another album?
It doesn't.
They're still doing something. Yeah.
They're never gonna stop. Please.
But yeah, no, I was reminded how, like, when we covered it on the podcast, OK Computer, we talked a lot about what I'd say was, like, the artistic, like, merits of it, like, a lot, which is something, obviously, I want to gush about because I'm a big fan. But we sort
You
of,
did.
like, reading the Pitchfork pieces that they did on it, we sort of forgot to bring up, like, how much of a, like, pop, like, album it was, how much of a big deal it was, like, popular.
No, it's big
Why?
selling.
Exactly, it's big selling, and the fact that it like tied together in like a rock genre, the like art and pop like styles, and was like one of the last probably pretty much to do it,
Possibly.
like in a big way. Because like now instead we have things like Funeral by Arcade Fire, which is very much like the art, isn't it, and like indie and stuff, but it hasn't got the big rock, like classic rock selling like OK Computer did. And I was just saying that like that's part of the genius of it. It's just like it tied these things together and like its mass appeal, and it's like one of these things. I didn't really listen to music much before this because I just felt not very connected to any of it at all. And this is one of those albums that just really scoops you up, like, and that's why it's like one of my
Like, if
favorites.
you can't enjoy OK Computer,
Yeah,
what are you doing with your life?
exactly. It's like so relatable and also just so
Yeah.
big and important.
least-
So
At
relatable.
least-
And then
Especially no surprises.
Relatable to us
Yeah.
because we want to end our lives.
Literally, yeah, we're computer science kids, and you know,
Yeah.
we need OK Computer. And then Kid A happened.
We
as
need a
well.
good computer,
It's like
we
it
need
just
a-
blows my mind. But yeah, indeed. Those are my few words. That's my few
Your few
words
words.
on the 20th anniversary of OK
About
Computer.
how OK
Yeah.
Computer sucks you in.
It does. That's
And
basically
you-
what I'm saying in a
And
convoluted
you
way.
really like it.
That's what I'm saying.
You really like it.
I really like it. So yeah, Julian,
Yeah.
what things do you maybe really like?
I've been listening to
Don't care. Let's go.
Right, let's get on to the.
few albums that
Julian.
I hadn't discovered before this week, so they're all new to me. One artist called Floating Points. He's a electronic producer from Manchester,
Okay.
and he makes a weird fusion of like electronic and jazz and post rock.
So edgy.
That's the word.
Cheers, Liam. Which is very, very easy listening, very, very chill, extremely atmospheric, and is like really, really good for doing most things, studying or just walking into town or whatever. So that was a lot of fun. An album called Elenia, which was out in 2015. So there's that. There's this guy called Colin Stetson, who's an American saxophonist, who I'm pretty sure is superhuman because some of the stuff he plays the saxophone for about 5 minutes straight without taking a breath.
Whoa,
excuse me.
Jesus.
Playing notes and notes and notes per second,
So
constantly.
You could say he's an epic sax man.
I think he's more than an epic sax man. I don't want to discredit epic sax man, but this guy's next level.
How do you even do that?
He plays some incredible mesmeric kind of like minimalism inspired stuff. I guess it's very repetitive and very enveloping, the entire thing. And the weird thing about the album in particular is that it's not just like the music he's playing, but also the way he recorded it. Because instead of just having one microphone in front of the saxophone, he placed I think about 24 microphones on and inside the saxophone. So you don't only get the sound of the saxophone, you get like the weird wailing and mechanical sounds inside a saxophone that you get when
Blocks the saxophone. Oh,
that's how he does it. No air escapes from the saxophone, so he can just breathe the saxophone.
He's basically just breathing onto 24 microphones. If
that's what it is, it sounds bloody amazing.
Going back to that band called Floating Points.
Yeah.
Do you think when they do this, how many albums have they made?
Is it an integer amount?
How many albums have they made?
I know
This is their first one.
Yeah.
Because when they make their second one, they could call it Double.
Yes, they could.
That's a programming joke, boys. Yay! I totally don't want to kill myself right now. I actually had to Google that.
You wouldn't have been able to make that without your phone.
I was going to. I was going to go for a more like high class joke using the fact that one of the two uses more memory than the other, and I just said fuck it, doubles too.
Oh my god.
Dear.
When programmers try to be funny.
I'm so proud of that.
That was a good.
You always know when I'm going to make a bad joke. It's like leading.
You have a grin on your face. I saw it right there.
I love computer science jokes. They're so bad.
Have we done computer science jokes in this before? Like proper,
I don't know.
I don't
really
think
detailed
so.
ones?
We've done
I think
just
that
like-
might be a first.
We've made a meme of Nikolai.
But
that's
and everyone loved that because they all know
That's
Nicholas.
just like
Everyone knows
Yeah.
who Nikolai is.
But
He's a worldwide phenomenon.
that's one way.
Automaton.
Automaton.
Fuck's sake.
Worldwide automaton.
Fuck. We're both going off the rails and using inside jokes. Abort.
Oh god, we should bring like a stranger onto the podcast as a guest next week. Then we couldn't make inside jokes. It failed because
Just like open up the window and wait for someone to walk past and be like, "Oi,
oi, get your ass up
we're
here.
doing a shit podcast that like 2 people are going to listen to. Get on up here."
That's how you get new viewers.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, we should just advertise it. I might advertise it from my window. I just like sit by my window for like hours.
You
Just
should
shout,
be
Listen
shouting.
to the podcast. New podcast now every week. It's an hour long. You're gonna hate it.
The wavy things.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wacky wavy inflatable arm tube men or whatever.
I'm phoning tube in.
That's the one.
With Julian's face on it.
put Julian's face on it. Voice box going.
I created this shit.
I created this shit. And then just have it like,
That'll be a sample from a podcast. Good content. Jesus. Anyway, should we move on to some action?
Yeah, I was gonna say the third one, but I think we can move on now.
yeah, the programming joke has been made. That's all.
Let's just destroy any
I think
sense of
we're
momentum. See you next
best.
week.
Yeah. So,
Right. Who suggested this one?
which one are we doing first?
That one.
Oh, I suggested this one.
You did, Mike.
Yeah. So
Go on, lad.
basically, this has been a long time coming, and we've half covered it, episode 1,
We haven't full covered it, have we?
but we didn't do a proper job. So I
Basically,
decided.
just like bitched about painting with for most of it.
So I decided we should come back and do some more justice to probably Animal Collective's best release.
Yes.
It will be probably for all time.
Yes.
Merryweather Post Pavilion.
Yes.
So, time to do it some justice, because it heckin' deserves it.
Alright. Well, we'll leave the room, and Mike, you can just talk about it for like 2 hours, and we'll come tell us when you're done.
I mean, it's not quite Radiohead levels, but
Yeah, good.
it's pretty close. And also, bonus points, Liam likes it as well, I believe.
I haven't listened to it loads, a few times, but
Yeah. Every time I walk
It's
into
good.
your room, it's up on your computer. But that might just be because Animal Collective is A and it's always first, so it's always open in your iTunes library.
yeah, it is good though. It's alright, yeah. It's all because I haven't really listened to anything like it before because it's obviously quite experimental. But
Yeah.
it's very interesting.
He's freaky, boy.
So that's the thing,
Yeah,
I
so-
hadn't listened to anything like it before. When I listened to it, like, it really caught me off guard. And, like, to start with, I remember I, like, sort of struggled to get into it a tiny bit. Because it's, like, really dense with, like, sounds, the whole album is.
Yeah.
And, like, then after a while, you just sort of get on board. And it really sucks you in. And
Sam is grinning from
Sam's
ear to
grinning,
ear right now.
I know.
To be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was thinking about the joke I made. I was just happy with myself. I was sitting there like,
So that's what the face was. I was looking at you, I was like, are you laughing at what I'm saying?
I mean, you know,
I mean,
there's
it's
also
valid
a
if
bit
you
of
are.
bit of laughing at you because you know I always do that, but
Just so
but
content.
mostly just being self-centered piece of shit and laughing at his own jokes.
No, mate, you deserve it. With that sort of content, you deserve it.
Just elevated the podcast. This is going to break us into fandom.
This is our big break,
This is our
boys.
big break. We're going to get everyone.
Liam's along for the ride now.
Yeah, that's it. You're on every episode after this now.
This episode's going to have like 1 million views.
Liam's just like, fucking kill me.
What have I done?
Fucking Christ.
And sticks on Linkin Park. For you.
Full blast.
They're coming out with a new album. soon.
Yeah, they are.
Oh,
Have you heard their new
oh,
songs?
No.
Oh, God.
Me neither. Not going to.
Do they sound exactly like their old songs?
Apparently it's like weird mix of like EDM and yeah.
So not.
Say trash.
Yeah.
Right.
Basically trash.
Trash.
They know
Yeah,
trash.
I'm not going to listen to that.
I mean, I am just for a meme.
I might.
Morbid curiosity.
Exactly.
We'll put it on afterwards. We'll all
Oh, no.
kill us.
Should we jam out?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds hot.
Where were we again? Meriwether Post Pavilion.
Yes,
In the
only.
pavilion.
Right, sucking you in, right?
Oh, I just said that because Sam was smirking, so I thought, I thought he'd give him what he wanted, but it wasn't what he was thinking about.
yeah.
I was wrong. But yeah, no. Yeah, it's just one of these albums. Like because obviously come from Radiohead, used to very depressing and like standard rock things, and this album really caught me off guard. This is the first one I listened to from Animal Collective, because like their attitude to music is just so like just experimental and like just out there, and they just do what they want. It's like
Completely carefree.
I literally can imagine them because whenever they play live, they have like weird mining light.
Well,
helmet
Geologist
things.
does, doesn't he?
Yeah, Geologist does because he wants to see what he's pressing.
That's very good. That's where the nickname came from.
Exactly, but like I can just imagine them just like flailing around, dancing around
mean-
like weird, like
I mean, when we
astronauts.
saw-
I guess the time we
exploring.
saw them, they weren't completely like that, but they had like weird psychedelic projections going
Yeah,
on.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
AV.
Oh, I mean, Avi
AV
was
was
just being
off his
Avi.
face.
Avi was,
Like
Avi was
His screaming was
he was having
amazing.
a great
I loved it.
time.
Yeah.
Whatever he was on, get me some of that.
I want some.
Whenabouts was it you saw them?
This was in the summer last
yeah,
year.
yeah.
Alright.
That was the
In
summer.
August.
And then that's why we decided to do episode 1
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
them. But we did Painting With because it was
Because
recent.
it was the new one.
It was the new
And,
one.
and
then.
that was kind of what they did.
They played most of
They
it.
played
it
most
was
of
the Painting With tour. So
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
fairs.
But they threw in a couple of
Mary,
Songs from Meriwether.
it was
Great songs from
quite a lot
Meriwether.
from
yeah,
So, should we talk about the songs from Meriwether?
indeed.
Right.
What's everyone's favourite song?
It's so hard to say. I've been really getting into a few ones that I haven't been into before, like in this week, sort of. Because we've always had a trouble. Like I've always thought the whole album is like so well put together and like almost perfect, except for there's the one outlier we've always had.
There's a couple.
What's one of the ones you'd say? Because I might dispute you.
Yeah, I think you will. Also Frightened?
I really love Also Frightened.
I
So
like- yeah, I like
I'm
Also
definitely
Frightened.
disputing you.
Immediately, I
actually
thought,
like that one.
like, what I like Animal Collective for is how crazy their vocal melodies are.
Yes.
And I feel like on Also Frightened, it's quite restrained for most
It
of
is.
it. They only go through a few different
See,
notes, and
Also
the beat's not
Frightened
as interesting
It's very
to me.
subdued. Like it's
It
a
is,
subdued
yeah.
track, and it comes after the first two, which are like literally just explosions of
yeah.
like
I love the first two
Yeah.
so much.
energy
In
and
the first
fun.
two.
The explosion
Bang.
in the flowers.
It's just,
Yeah.
The way it builds up is
Oh.
insane.
Just leave my body.
buddy.
Lovely, just so
amazing.
good. Like when I listened to that for the first time, it was just like, whoa,
Literally.
Wasn't
give me some
expecting
more of
that.
this.
Was
And
not
every
expecting
time
that.
it,
Yes, please.
just
it was executed very well.
It does,
and then
the build and just the pure energy of it, and like it just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. And then like My Girls as well just has such like
and My Girls
such
just,
energy. It's just so
it's like
bouncy and
infinitely
fun.
danceable. It's like
Yes.
so much energy. Like it's just they're just such a great start.
It's just fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you can just imagine them like making these songs and just having fun doing it.
That's what I think.
And drugs.
And drugs as well. But,
Yeah,
you
no, it's
know,
very psychedelic. This album.
Yeah.
drugs are fun. Remember that, kids.
Always do drugs. Then you'll believe the Earth is flat.
Yeah. Stay in
It's the
drugs.
proof.
And don't do school.
Yep, I like it. But
The golden rules.
yeah, they be the rules. They be the rules, kids. But yeah, also Frightened is more subdued. But I really like it because one of the things that I really like from even like the whole album pretty much has the like really low, bassy sort of synths that sort of carry
Okay,
it.
yeah, I see.
And
what you
also
mean about
Frightened's
that
got a really, really nice progression with those synths. Like there's a part of it halfway through that's like it changes up ever so slightly, and it like it's one of the things I really like. For some reason, it's one of those things that makes you like ears prick up and be like, whoa. There's moments like just so well crafted, but it's not super energetic like the first two, which is why I can see you have a problem with it. But obviously, it's an album. You need variety and pace, and I think it's really.
I don't think it disrupts the pace. I agree with you, what you say. Like it's a good breather after In the Flowers of My Girls, but. Pacing wise, I think it segues really well into the next track.
Oh, the first
Summertime
four.
Clothes, which I think is my favourite.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
And when they played it live, I went batshit crazy.
That's understandable. Also, they did really good live versions of those. They were sort of slightly heavier because that's just
And just like longer and more trippy and even more like messing with all the synths and electronics and stuff.
Daily Routine.
I was gonna say that's the one after it.
Oh
my god!
Just
That's,
how long was it that Panda kept doing the vocals for?
I don't know.
it felt like years because I was just like, come on, hit the complete like
I just had my jaw
hit the
dropped.
perfect chord, please.
Just Panda's delivery was astounding, and he kept it up for so long. And this is one of the things that's like really appealing about this album and all of Animal Collective is they're just like basically it's Avi and Panda are like the vocalists, and they just seem to be like so experimental with their vocals and just want to have so much fun, and then they just like surround themselves with just like the most energetic music,
And like the way
that's how they do
the way that their
stuff.
vocals are like layered and kind of structured like in around with each other. And always kind of doing different things, but they always seem to mesh like so well
when
together.
they do it like well, it's like really hits.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
They
the
do it
thing,
really well.
they like work so well together because for the longest time I thought there was just one singer.
Yeah.
And the fact that there's two kind of shows like even though they're so different, they always find a way to work together.
I
Yeah.
didn't know there's two singers still.
If you listen to Painting With You, you can tell because they do the thing where they throw the vocals back and forth
Call
between
and
them.
response, yeah.
But in this album, this is like a perfect example of them like working together.
Accentuating their strengths, basically.
And this is part of it. This is the reason why these songs on this album are so energetic and hypey. Is because, and also what I was saying earlier, where like the thing that struck me first is they're really dense, and the reason that they're so energetic from that is because you have layers that like continue, like in the background that you won't notice because it's so dense.
There's just
and,
so much to it.
yeah, there's so many like layers of like vocals and synths and all sorts of stuff, psychedelic stuff. And then like you'll get to parts of the song where sometimes they strip a layer off, or like sometimes they add more layers, and it just like builds and builds, and then just like changes and stuff into like really like great moments.
Yeah, it's only like at the times, like you say, when they strip away layers to make it feel more better that you realise that they were there in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
But you don't notice.
you
it.
couldn't tell what you were
Yeah.
missing, basically.
And
It's so difficult to like listen to a song and know like keep a track of everything going.
Yeah.
on. Like
Yeah.
you just have to. It just like sucks you up and just like takes you away.
sucks you in. It really sucks you in.
I was trying
and you really
so,
like
I was
it.
trying-
See, I have
trying
the same
so hard
problem.
not to, like, it sucks you in. I was like, it just like envelops you and just like eats you up, and you're just
And
like,
more synonyms.
and you're just like,
Ooh.
oh, so many layers.
It is. And it's
It's
like
like
so
an onion and or Shrek.
nice. better out than in. That's what I always say. But yeah, no, like this album just is so summery for me. This is why I wanted to put it off.
Perfect summer album.
It is just so summery. Like sometimes clothes in the name, but like the whole
Bluish
sound of it.
as well. Yeah. I think is another one of my favourites on the album.
Yeah, I really like Bluish.
People don't give it enough credit.
I agree with that. Like the middle of the album is not full force energetic like the rest, but it's
it's like lush and laid back.
That's it. Lush is a really good word. It pretty much is like just lush sounds, like, and it just carries itself so well. And that goes for the middle of the album. So Bluish,
right the way up to Taste.
Guy's Eyes and Taste. Guy's Eyes is fantastic. I really love Guy's Eyes and Taste. I really love Taste. I just love all these songs basically, except for the one outlier we were mentioning earlier. Which is Lion in a Coma. Yeah.
That's funny.
This song it's really grown on me recently. I really like it now.
That's what I was going to say.
Just them fucking about.
Yeah, literally.
I thought it was quite memorable, that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because it's almost like they're trying. They're almost trying to be too goofy and quirky.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, that's a very
just about take them seriously. Yeah.
They've always done that.
It kind of works because they're not like referencing themselves being quirky.
Yeah.
like
Life
the
is
Painter's
so
EP.
close to me. It's like, what?
it's just like they're just being silly. They're just doing drugs and being silly.
Yeah.
You can't help
idea
but
what
love
that
them.
song's about, though.
I mean, I think the idea, the
it's a
song name
pun.
is meant to be a pun on lying in a coma.
Yeah.
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 So,
But I still don't know what the song's
And
about.
then it just becomes Lion in a Coma. They do this with Brother Sport as well, the last song.
Open up there, open up there, open up there. Yeah.
So
The meme song.
The meme song, but
But one of the best
good.
songs.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
One of the best songs I know of.
Sam, his head's in his hands.
he's just. Why
But, like,
Julian
this
so
is-
I know. I don't know why I'm doing this.
fucking kill me.
But yeah, no, like, Brother Sport is just such a perfect ending because you've had all this energy that's being carried, and then Brother Sport just builds and builds and builds and builds, and it keeps building. It does the layer thing where it just layers more and more and more and more and more on.
It's this big repetitive like steam train that just keeps going right to the end.
Pretty much.
What I love
By the end of it,
is,
you're
like,
kind of exhausted.
Literally,
This whole
well.
album has like so much momentum, and it never loses it. I don't think.
Yeah, I agree.
It just keeps going,
And
and just like weird stuff,
Yeah.
and just at a fast pace, and you just love it.
And the thing it does with the momentum is that, like, because it's just such fun, like, vocal performances from both of them and, like, sounds that are also in the album, they just, like, throw them on. And, like, with the momentum they've got, just throw more and more, like, layers of fun vocals and, like, yeah, it's just fantastic. It's just fantastic.
It's
Terrific.
just good.
Yes.
It's good.
Good.
It's
I love the high
fucking
moments,
great.
the energetic moments, and I love the subdued moments.
Animal Collective are good.
Yep. This is
This
a
album
future classic.
Good. The songs on the album
Oh,
are good.
good.
yeah. Even the weakest one, in our opinion, is good.
It's good.
We really like it. But yeah,
Good. 10 out of 10.
no more run-ins. It's 10 out of 10. It's pretty close to 10.
I guess No More Running is
I'd-
probably an outlier as well
I'd
for
give
me.
it like-
Maybe a little
Just-
bit. But I like it in a subdued way. But like,
It like primes you for all the energy that Brother Sport gives you.
yeah,
I guess.
exactly.
I couldn't remember what that one is.
That's how good it is.
Brother Sport comes
No,
out.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to listen to the album quite a few times. But like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in the.
It's like
I
you
mean,
need to
I've
re-remember.
listened to this album a lot, and I'm still in the phase where like I can't link other than certain ones. I can't link like name of song to sound
Oh,
just
yeah.
because everything's so different, and like
Yeah.
it's easier when the name of the song is mentioned in the song.
Yeah.
But these ones, they're just weird
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like fun and kooky, and like when you listen to it just all in one, which is what you want to do. You just don't,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
you don't like almost you don't realise when one song has started and the other has ended. You're just being swept along
Yeah.
with this
Yeah.
weird synthy electronic avant-garde
Just psychedelic.
psychedelic
Yeah.
funfair ride.
I can't remember where I read it online, but someone compared Animal Collective, or like it said that they're kind of like the weird electronic psychedelic version of the Beach Boys. In the way that, their vocal melodies are.
I've heard that. Yeah. I don't know if I agree, but I
guess the vocal
for me-
melodies, in a sense, maybe.
For me, I just think Animal Collective are.
They're their own
Unique.
beast now.
Yeah, exactly. They're totally their own beat. They've carved their own path, pretty much.
Definitely.
Like, just doing the most experimental stuff. And just, like, having a whole attitude of just fun about it, pretty much. And quirkiness. But they play that up sometimes.
Yeah,
But
they
not
do.
on this album.
No, more
This
recent
one is-
stuff, maybe. But
Yeah.
What other albums of theirs are worth listening to?
Oh, boy.
that one, and that one.
The ones I've
another
got.
one.
So, yeah.
Those ones.
And the one by Native Rain.
And the EPs.
Native Rain.
That's not Animal Collective.
That's
I love that you can tell. Yeah, that's the one. That's
Strawberry
the
Jam's the other one.
So Strawberry Jam
Yeah.
is the other really good one. That
I
sounds
listened to a few songs on that one, I think.
yeah. That one sounds
Probably.
very much more like indie-ish than
Yeah.
this one. This one's more mass appeal.
I think
It
it's
sounds
more
cleaned up.
accessible. Yeah,
It
yeah.
sounds more cleaned up.
Strawberry Jam's still got a few remnants of the like weird, freaky, folky stuff they used to do on like
Yeah.
on Song Tongs and Feels,
Yeah.
which are the other two that people really like as well.
Yes.
I'm more partial to the Strawberry Jam and Merryweather era, but I mean, a lot of their EPs are really good as well.
Yes.
they
Oh,
released
yeah, their EPs.
an EP
Yeah.
the year before Merryweather, Water Curses, which they performed live for the first time.
Hmm. Yeah, they did. That was really good.
That's 4 songs that were definitely building up to something that sounds
Pretty
like
much.
this. So
And
I'd
you should
recommend
listen to
that.
the one afterwards. You have to do it soon. You have to listen to Full Be Kind.
Yes.
It's so good. It builds on what this was, what Merryweather was, and it's just, it's not hypey like the hypey ones, but it's the subdued ones, but with like such
can
good
deal with that.
vocal melodies.
Definitely.
And it's so consistent. Just Animal Collective, just the most. They just generate so much music. It's just so fun. Yeah. It's just
So in
experimental
short,
boys.
Animal Collective,
good.
yes.
Yes, exactly.
Oui,
They've
oui.
got a really good attitude,
Thumbs
those
up.
kids. Except not recently so much, but
Well,
we'll stick with them. We'll stick with them.
Animal Collective, double thumbs up. I can't remember where that's from.
I don't know where that's from.
It sounds like it's from Come Dine With Me, but they use numbers in there.
It was some YouTube video
I haven't seen that. in
where they're
years.
like, I give something 2 thumbs up, and I can't remember what it is.
Oh no, it's the fucking food reviewers that sit in their cars and go to fast food restaurants
yeah.
and
No,
get a
it's
drive-through.
not that.
one of those.
No, it definitely is.
Misty's videos. One of those. That
Really?
Yeah.
He did a food review.
He did it. He had like I can't remember his guy. He's the famous one, the famous food reviewer. He's in the video for Pure Comedy, and he's like stuck
Really?
his face with a like massive sub.
Hey, what a good
It was a
That's
good video.
crazy.
You should watch the video. It's really good. It's got Pepe the Frog. It's got Donald Trump being inaugurated. It's got that guy stuck in his
Nice.
face. It's good. But anyway, yeah. 2 thumbs up.
Do you mean Joey's World Tour?
Yes, that's him.
Yeah.
Oh.
What a guy. When I grow up, I want to be him. What a career he's got.
When I grow up, I want to film food reviews out in my car and have a severe eating disorder as well. Yay!
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs
Two
up.
thumbs
Thumbs up.
Oh, number 9. Number 9 large. Sorry.
Oh, the meme density is increasing.
The meme gravity. Hey.
Okay, Animal Collective, you did good.
We did.
Now, Sam.
Shall we move on to
Let's segue.
Good Kid, Mad City by the man,
The Kendrick.
the Compton rapper, the
King
dude,
Kendrick.
the dude who has yet to release anything bad,
Yep.
or at least in
It's
album
true.
form,
And not counting features on
not
other
counting
people's songs.
features,
Taylor Swift.
especially with Taylor Swift. No, fuck that. He has the best track record, at least, of any rapper.
It's
out
true.
there. He is.
In the last
He
decade.
started off with
What a strong start.
Section 80, which was which I haven't listened to much,
No.
but I'm aware it's
Listen to
about
that.
it's
Hasn't come out a
about
bad album.
drug addiction and stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Definitely.
I listened to it a couple of times. It's enjoyable, but then you've got the 2 powerhouses.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City released after that, and then To Pimp a Butterfly, which we will talk about at some point.
Probably.
That'll
But
get covered.
probably no, it will happen.
Okay.
Sam's
It
got
will
control of
happen.
a third of the
Yeah.
episodes.
Oh, it's so
Butterfly.
good.
So,
But yeah, so Good Kid, Mad City is a album about him growing up in Compton, being a good kid
In a mad city.
yep.
Could accentuate the ah.
Mad
but-
City.
oh, this album is so good. It's just like
It's masterfully done.
it's fantastic. It's like it's a good mix of like mass appeal rap
Yep.
with, I mean, to such an extent that songs like Swimming Pools are played by so many people, sometimes whilst drinking, and they don't realise it's about alcoholism,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't
Still
really
on my
first
playlist.
listen, do you?
Yeah.
No.
Once you listen to them,
And this is the thing, like,
underlying.
we play Kendrick very often at pre's and stuff because
Yeah.
these songs are so so
Yeah.
easy to play and put on and people enjoy them.
Yeah.
Except if they don't, which is because they I don't think people usually quite get the messages of the song unless they see them in the context of the album.
What I hate
Yes.
about people who hear Kendrick and go, "Oh, it's trash."
Yeah.
It's not trash.
No, I have
It's
spoken to
trash.
people who think that, to be fair.
Yeah, they think Kendrick's trash because they hear stuff like Swimming Pools and they hear stuff like Money Trees,
Yeah.
and they think, "Oh yeah."
Money Trees is such a
I
good
know,
song,
but-
even out of
People
context.
hear it. Like
Yes.
people who don't listen to much rap and they hear rap songs at pre's, they just associate it with, "Oh, this
Yeah.
is mainstream trash rap."
Oh, it's
they don't.
I mean,
know
it-
about.
in a way, it is mainstream.
Kendrick, who's this guy? Trash.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
just like,
he's
"Oh
supposed
yeah."
to-
They heard her on the
he's-
Taylor Swift
They're
song.
just like Kendrick
Yeah.
just makes those like party anthems. He's trash.
he-
But if
some
you
of
actually
them,
get down to brass taxes
Yeah.
and listen to Good Kid, Mad City and to Pimp a Butterfly as well, you realise that he's always got a message to tell and he
Yeah.
executes it perfectly.
These albums are like epics. This one particularly. This is like
This is the
you
more
get dragged through his childhood,
This is
Yeah.
growing up
like
with him
they-
in conflict.
very gritty.
this is
Yeah.
like it kind of feels like almost watching a film.
Yeah.
Just going through this because you've got like the voiceovers or like
Yeah,
the,
with his
the
mum and dad on the phone.
recording.
of his
Yeah.
mum and dad. You've got like
Love
the
those.
scenes with him and his like mates.
Yeah.
You know, like when his best friend's mate
homies.
gets shot, and it's just like
Yeah, it's good though because you got to like kind of match the story together throughout the album.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
It's true.
Yeah.
And it's like
it is good, and like I feel like to some extent I still like I know the main picture, but I feel like there are points where it's sort of songs. It's not just a linear like time
No.
scale. There
Yeah.
are like
Yeah.
it jumps back and forth.
Yeah.
But yeah, oof,
You just get such a good feel, and
Yeah.
like the reason it jumps back and forth is because just one song after another just like builds up this message about like his growing up and his environment and
His
Compton.
mistakes.
And
Yeah,
how
his
he's
mistakes and like you
and
know,
how Compton is just such a like, or just in general like the stereotyping towards black people in America by like policemen as
Yeah.
well. It's
Yeah.
like
so
it's just so like
Oh.
disgusting and
yeah, and like how much of a terrible
like
environment.
even
it's
though we
become.
can't like relate to it in any way at all.
No,
Nope.
But,
not
like,
at all.
But
And
I feel like
like,
that
it's
makes it
like-
even better because you
That's
can
the
like
strength of the album.
you can empathise with this dude because he lays out this story like so well and
He does.
you know you sympathise with him because you know he gets peer pressured into all this shit. He's just trying to like grow up and be a good
Yeah.
kid, and then he's got all these like bad influences with
Yeah.
his friends like getting him to rob places and
Yeah.
and do drugs, and like you know the first blunt he ever hit had cocaine in it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, dude.
You'll hate it when that happens.
Relatable.
relatable memes.
That was the thing though. Like the other day on the pub crawl, when we went on a pub crawl, I was talking to
This is
like
going to be a cocaine.
All about the sesh.
two other
His
guys.
cocaine laced weed story.
Yeah.
Gone.
and
Nick.
they were saying like we
Murphy.
can't like, or like this album wasn't designed for us. It was designed for
Yeah.
American black kids, and
I don't agree
with that.
No, I don't agree either.
I feel like this is just like, because you don't have to relate, you have to see how fucked up Kendrick's situation as a child was and go, this is fucked.
Yeah.
America's fucked.
Yeah.
Like,
It just gives it a real like,
true.
I'm
You do.
happy I'm not a black kid growing up in America.
Yeah,
I'm
it's empathy. It's
I'm a-
not necessarily
a middle
being able to
class
put
little
yourself
white
in the
boy
situation.
growing up in middle of nowhere in England. Like, much happier.
But like that's why this album feels important and like like a landmark almost. Like it's like a modern classic already, pretty much for a lot of people.
I'd say so.
Because it's just such an important viewpoint that like everyone has to have.
Yeah.
Like you just have to get the empathy. Like we said, like you have to empathize with this sort of story because it's definitely not like a one-off. This is like a sort of, you know, like systemic thing almost. And Kendrick's like rallying against all of these factors that are just like so strong in his life. And like this album doesn't just make you like think about them, like you feel them with the songs. Like you just like all these forces just like acting on him to like, you know, put him in a bad place. And then like this album progresses and like you go through all of this shit because Kendrick went through all this shit and so many people he knew went through it. And like by the end of it, then you start like piecing together like things that would hold him together a bit more, which are like positive messages.
And I think
it's just so like real, basically the way it's done.
Yeah, this album does such a great job because like stuff before this, like, you know, like NWA and stuff like that, they were born because of this like hatred that people had in Compton for the police and you know, fuck the cops and all that.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the pigs and all that.
Excuse me?
And like, you know, oh yeah, David Cameron.
I was thinking David Cameron.
These, you know, they were great. They're great songs. It was very empowering for people back then. But like, for me, I can't listen to stuff like that and really like relate.
Yeah.
I go,
Those are more kind of
whereas,
protesty, like Public Enemy as well.
Yeah. Whereas like where it was designed like predominantly for people also in the same situation living in Compton as like a anthem to like bring people together and be like, yes, we're gonna like stand against this. Whereas Kendrick takes the other stance, well, not other stance, but he doesn't like he doesn't. I wouldn't say pander, but he doesn't
he doesn't.
He explains his story to us. So we can live that, or not live that story, but you know, experience.
No, it's
that
like a cautionary. It's a cautionary tale in a way. It's like a fable.
Yeah. And we like, you know, we now I can understand. I can relate to this dude.
To actually gain some sort of insight into it.
Yeah, and he doesn't filter it in any way. It's just like expressed as it is.
And
it feels like really invasive.
Yeah.
And like what I love about it is it's not like it's not hitting you over the head constantly with this message, which is what's fantastic. It's like it makes you feel for this dude, but you're not constantly being like. He's not constantly saying
it's not
constant
preachy.
crap.
No,
pigs are crap. Fuck all this. He's like it's good music. It's fucking amazing music.
I mean, there's good moments in there. Like he has happy moments in this story, and he has sad moments. Like, well, not just that sort of binary, but like, you know, all sorts of stuff. It's like a real tale, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And like, you know, you've got your bangers. You've got like Money Trees, Swimming Pools.
I love Money Trees so much.
Yeah, one of the best on the album.
Backseat Freestyle.
Yeah.
I think
at first I really didn't like it.
I misunderstood it. I did the misunderstanding.
Once you like,
I will say Kendrick is the person who changed my prejudice against rap music. I was kind of in a similar situation to what you were describing earlier, I think I still think, obviously I don't indulge in it massively, but I think a lot of mainstream rap that I hear is a little bit too indulgent in the status that it has, rather than how it used to be very non-mainstream, very much like a black cultured thing, whereas what Kendrick's doing on here is talking about the root of everything and the struggle that, not just him, but I think it's kind of a metaphor for what rap music's gone through, and how he does portray like some of the hedonistic sides of things. Like he talks about, like on Backseat Freestyle, his, you know, printing my dick as big as the Eiffel Tower, swag fuck the world for 72. It took me a long time to figure out whether that lyric was
got bitches.
trash or genius, and I've decided it's absolute genius.
I'm on board with you now.
I love Backseat Freestyle because Backseat Freestyle is such like it's almost like such a piss take of like other braggadocious.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. That's the thing that really puts me off of rap. Like the whole braggadocious thing. Like, you know, it's just
it's just a thing you got to deal with.
Like,
Yeah.
why do I have to listen to?
You
Why do
don't
I
listen
give a
to
shit
rap.
about like what this person thinks of themselves?
Because his dick's as big as the Eiffel Tower, Mike.
But but Kendrick in this
his
case, this track is really genius. 'Cause
Never
it comes
got
early
bitches.
on in the track listing, and it's obviously set when he was like a youth, pretty much, very young.
Yeah.
And it's the whole braggadocious thing, but like because of its place in the album and it's like the general messages, it's like a whole, like it's got the whole cautionary thing of like, oh, you shouldn't be like this.
Yeah.
Like this is a mistake.
Yeah.
You sort of get the whole vibe.
Shows kind of naivety.
Yeah, exactly. Naivety, that's the word. Yeah, like he just.
And the way it's followed directly by the art of peer
Yes.
pressure kind of just,
Yeah.
Perfect
That one
placement
hits
of the
hard.
song.
Yeah,
Very
it really
hard.
does.
Yeah, the way that like halfway through, like there's a really, I can't remember what sound it is, but it's just sort of really hard hitting sound that comes through, and then just like so many like verses about him being strayed away from any sort of like innocence or like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
goodness
by association.
by
He's let
his
the peer
peers.
pressure get to
Yeah,
him.
exactly. Peer pressures.
It's just like at the end of it, it's just like one lucky night with the homies.
Homies.
It's like, oh,
Yeah,
it's okay.
literally.
But he's like, glad he made that right, then made the left.
Exactly.
You better not turn right twice there.
2 rights and you're fucked. That's a rule. That's what I've learned. But yeah, no, like that one hits you hard. Like the first few tracks, they don't hit like with the like overtones of like things going sour, and this one does. Is the first
Yeah.
one.
yeah.
Oh, peer pressure.
I mean, I feel like there is some like
There's
you know,
seeds there,
There's
I'd
sort
say.
of dread growing like at the end of the first track.
Shrine,
When when he ends up like
That's right.
when
Where am I motherfucking
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Did he ever get his Dominoes? Or is he still waiting?
That'll be
That's
explained in
Kendrick's
the
dad, right?
future
Yeah.
album.
Yeah.
I want
He's
I want to know
Good
the
dad.
story of the
the
dominoes.
legacy of the domino.
Yeah.
But
But like his dad and his mum are like their recurring voice in this
Yeah.
album because they're like they've got the sort of swaying power to like bring Kendrick back to like some good place.
Yeah.
You know, like family and something that's like more supportive and structural and, you know, good. And dominoes.
and that's why like the mum and the dad character kind of save the song for me, like the weakest song on the album, Real,
Yeah.
which
Agreed.
I think although it's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
song,
I don't agree,
I like
but
the song.
I don't like the
think-
vocal
like
melody.
the,
I think it's a bit drab.
yeah,
Unreal.
I really like it.
I didn't really care. for
that bit, like I feel like it's good, but at the same time it's like it kind of gets boring after a while. That
It's a
like,
bit
keeps
long.
coming around.
Yeah.
But like
the message is trying to.
yeah, that's the thing. The
I
message
like it
fine.
in the
the
album.
message in it is really good, and the bit at the end with his parents sort of calling him up after this whole like after his friend's brother got shot, and
Yeah.
like it's basically sort of telling us like, or them telling Kendrick like, you know, it's not about killing people. Anyone can kill someone.
Yeah.
You know, it's about being loyal and being faithful and all that. It's just such a good message, and just like
Loyal.
hits you hard, because it shows like even
Grateful.
though like through the entirety of this album the parents are sort of annoyed at him
Yeah.
pretty much like
Yeah.
now you see that like deep down they do really actually like care for this kid, and they
Yeah.
know like
Yeah.
they know
It's
he's a
very
good kid.
Real phone call.
Nice.
Hey.
That's fun. But I
Well,
really
you s-
like Real.
well-
I want to dispute you, but only on the album. It is a slight bit repetitive if you.
No, it's over 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you discount the phone call at the
But-
end being part of the song, then probably a bit shorter. But
Yeah, I mean it's like there's a couple of songs on here that are like more like after the heavy hitting, fast, like big like mass appeal songs. You like there's a few songs on here that are like sort of moments of peace almost, like especially with like Poetic Justice, for example.
yeah, that's.
It's like
I
a
guess
moment
it's
of
one-
tranquility, and it's similar to Real. Real's a sort of moment of tranquility, sort of, and you sort of need it because you like really feel it.
I do feel like the album like mellows out in the second half. And, like,
Yeah.
it's got some amazing songs. Like it's got my favourite song in the second half, which is "Sing About Me." I'm dying.
Best song on the album.
That's
Best song on the
Yeah.
album.
Out of peer pressure, the very like
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the ones that hit you. Pretty
It
much.
took me like a while to get into Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst. Mostly because, like...
It's long.
It's long,
Yeah.
but it's not that. It's just the fact that, like,
But I mean, it's got
he's
so many
singing with
sections
so
to it.
many different, like, characters, and it's
Yeah.
just, like, you have to listen to the album so many times to get...
Who
like
he's- yeah.
get an idea of who he's talking about.
Yeah.
So he's he's talking about a relative of the person he talks about on Section 80. He's talking about and then also the brother who died, or maybe the brother of the guy who died.
Yeah.
And then like it's just like really, it's a really hard hitting sort of thing because it shows like it shows him sort of saying like, look, I need to like talk about these things, and like you know, I'm gonna sever friendships by doing that.
Yeah,
but,
he
like,
said, because he said that song's like very personal to some people, that it was actually like he wasn't sure if he should be
Yeah.
actually singing about it.
I mean, that's part, like, there's the, like, features he has in it, like, one of the voices is saying, like, oh, don't put me in this, I don't need the attention and stuff, and
Yeah.
then, like,
yeah,
that fades out, and then
And
there's,
it's
like,
like,
a
yeah,
lot
he's
more
like-
voices, and,
he's like, actually, I'm feeling fine. I'm doing great. Like, you know, I'm off drugs. I'll never fade away. I'll never fade away. And then it fades out. It's
yeah.
It's obvious he's basically saying like fuck you to this guy, but at the same time it's like he's not just flipping the burning going like, oh, I don't need you. He's saying like, I don't know, he's like above these people now.
Yeah.
And sort of,
And that's
you know,
like a real turning point in the album.
Yeah.
If you like, you know, he has to. He's basically saying he like has to talk about these things, and if you like, if you're really that petty that you like don't want these things talked about on the album just because it's your like sister dealing with drug issues and like it's just great. It's great.
And it's
Really
like,
great.
this song is like really epic, because it's all
Oh,
these
yeah.
voices going on, like, it's all these voices, and obviously the back of Kendrick's mind, and like all these things he has to juggle, trying to like escape all these things that are dragging him
Yeah.
in Compton.
Yeah, because it was a very like pivotal moment, not just for the album, but like his actual like character,
Yeah.
like from K. Dot to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
because always Friends with Friends to him as K-Dot and all
Yeah.
the voice samples and everything,
Yeah.
which I'm not going to repeat for reasons, but
Yeah.
you know.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Certain words. Friendos is said
Friendos.
quite a lot.
Well, at least they know now. Yep.
But yeah, so shout out to like how beautifully done the instrumentation is on this whole album. Like
Impeccably produced.
impeccably produced, like the sort of genres he brings in to accompany him are just, they like soundtrack it so well,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, like just the like the ending track on this Compton is just
Compton,
so good.
Compton.
So good. It feels like
Kendrick.
and they get like
City
and they get Dre in as well, which is like
Yes.
such a good thing to do, is to get Dre in, you know, one of the founders of NWA, just to like, I don't know, it's so good. It's like such a good like feel
Kind of,
good like anthem, like
Relief song.
yeah. After you've had like all this like dark shit about like, you know, him having to break friendships and like people dying and all that shit, and him like you know,
It's kind of
And
like he's
all-
matured at that point.
and all the shit he's had
gone
to
out.
go through with like, you know, with like well, the cocaine lace joint and stuff like that, and just the way like how fucked his childhood was, and now he's like made it, and he just it's like
There's
a
such a
nice
sense of pride there.
it's a nice spin on the
Yeah.
like on the kind of like
Well, like
how
the
do I put
rapper
it? Like
story of-
every time a rapper has like like their first album or like
Yeah.
their first big album, they've always like the end track is always like the I made it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
And this is like such a better, like
yeah,
such a better version of
I
that,
agree.
where it's like I don't know.
he's like so, like he should, like rightfully so proud in himself for like getting
Yeah.
through, and
because
like,
Becoming
the rest of the album just complements it so well.
it does pretty much, and
Yeah.
like it feels so deserved. It's like sort of breaking free of this.
Yeah.
It just makes you so happy that you got through.
and like
Go on,
I mean,
Kendrick.
Go on, Ken.
I don't know if we've actually like said in this entire segment, like how good his actual rapping is.
We were going to say, weren't we?
God.
His flows.
His flows are impeccable. Like it's just so enjoyable just to listen to him like just rap, because he's like he's got such great rhythm, he's got such great flow, he's got such a great voice as well, and it's like, you know, when you hear a Kendrick song, you always know it's Kendrick just because of his like his sort of weird, well, not like weird vocal delivery, but you know, it's a bit hazy, it's a bit sort of
One thing I found
raspy.
really impressive, like really impressive, was how his delivery changes across different songs.
Yeah.
Like he becomes like the characters he's singing as.
Yeah.
Like on earlier tracks, like when we were saying he's being like braggadocious.
Backseat Freestyle especially. His voice is
he
a little
sounds-
bit higher up in his register.
He just sounds like innocent and naive, and then like certain other tracks where he's
The
more.
Art of Peer Pressure, right afterwards, his voices are like a lot more muted and a lot more kind of all
There's a moment where he's like
being
really
controlled.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't know which track it is, but there are ones where he's like, he's rapping almost, he's got that like upper voice, and he like,
Sounds
and
really
he
vulnerable.
he makes his voice squeak like he's going through puberty.
Yeah.
Like the way he makes his voice break is like such a good addition. Like,
Is it on Backseat Freestyle where it's like, oh my life, I want money and bury, make my... Is that what you're thinking of?
no, there's
moments.
another one,
I
like,
can't remember.
it's either on Good Kid or on Mad City.
Yeah.
I was straight tweaking the next weekend. He's like, his voice breaks. I think it's on Good Kid, or it's on Mad City.
Can't
But
remember.
yeah, there's
remember
one
for the life of
one where he's sort of, he basically puts himself back in his like, when he's talking about the cocaine laced joint, where he sort of, he throws himself back into this like teenage voice and makes his voice break, and you know it makes you like,
That's Mad City.
it puts
That is
you
Mad City.
it puts you like, I don't know, it makes
You're
it
just
so much
there.
more powerful, because
It does.
you feel like so sorry for this dude, because he's talking about all the shit he's having to deal with,
Yeah.
whilst like sounding like a 15-year-old,
Yeah.
which is, you know, what he actually had to deal with.
But he just like sounds so vulnerable at certain points, and like sounds naive, or sounds like later on sounds like he like more empowered and like more in control.
In Compton, you can tell
Like
he's
his delivery is just astounding, and like the speed that he does all of this, like conveys all of this, like with his rapping, it's like, you know, like the speed of his flows and the like his ability to convey all of this is like so impressive, and yeah, it's just so well complemented by the instrumentation. Like some of the orchestral bits, some of the more jazzy bits are like
the jazzy bits which he would go on to explore further in future.
exactly, yeah, they're just like so fantastic and like so like experimental and well done.
Just that emoji.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no one can see that because, you know.
I'll put it up on screen, it's fine.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, boss. You're the one who edits, so up to you. Can we have another emoji? Can we have like 50 in a row?
You should put like a bunch of fire emojis,
Can we have fire emojis?
that's what Google
Can we have
Mad
50
City
fire
is.
emojis, and then can the like 48th one be a poop emoji, but then each one is like displayed in like half-second bursts.
Yeah.
So it's like fire, and then poop, and then fire, and then it's end.
And can they also spin?
It could also spin.
Cool.
Alright, cool. Sweet.
So Julian's not getting any
Get-
work done
get
this
that,
week.
Julian.
I don't get any work done anyway.
Have a nice Friday evening with that.
Not rotate though.
No?
No.
Oh.
Fuck off, Liam.
Yeah, I'm taking the guest suggestion this week.
So only the poop one
Acting
rotate.
like he's a well-established member of the podcast over here, whilst also being in a 21 Pilot show. Oh, yeah, those fires are going to fucking spin.
Good me.
Did you make a
Just-
programming joke? Because I did.
Just make sure they're not spheres.
Oh no, they won't be.
Good, Julian.
God.
You're so proud.
Stay flat.
So flat.
Stay flat.
Goddamn globe heads.
To be honest, this microphone just annoys me. How dare be like a sphere
Yeah.
on this
How dare we
obviously
exist
flat
in
earth we
three-dimensional
live in.
space
Exactly.
and not on a two-dimensional plane?
The sun is a spotlight, people. Never forget it.
That's like the worst bit about it. It just doesn't make any sense.
I know.
And
They don't even
it just
explain
goes
what
round.
the sun is.
It's the fact that it's a spotlight, but it also,
Oh, yeah.
like, it doesn't just move around in a circle. It moves around in a weird spiral pattern so that it gets closer and further away from the Earth to account for things being colder and hotter. But also, the spiral goes outwards, so it accounts for longer days and shorter days.
It's just so convenient.
It's so fucking stupid.
It's like they just, it's almost like they just kept adding
Yeah,
excuses.
it's almost like they kept
Almost.
making shit up, but you know,
without any science, but
you know,
it's
That would never
entertaining.
happen.
I mean
would it?
that wouldn't be true because
No.
you know we've all seen the ice wall, the 50-foot ice wall.
Yeah.
I can't wait to climb.
I
that
watched
shit.
Game of Thrones.
Mate, I'm
Definitely.
gonna.
No, Sam's good. Sam's been training all his life.
Get me some ice picks. I'm gonna climb
what's
this
on the other
50-foot
side.
wall, abseil down it, and then hang underneath the earth.
Isn't there supposed to be dragons on the other side of the wall? Isn't that? I remember that was an old like end of the earth thing. There used to be dragons like that would fucking kill you. It's basically Game of Thrones. Giant ice
That's what it
monster
sounds
dragons.
like.
It's getting really,
Basically.
close to Terry Pratchett's like
Yeah.
Discworld, yeah.
Discworld with the
That's the
four
truth, man.
elephants holding up the earth with the giant turtle on top of the giant turtle.
I mean, sounds feasible. Both
Yeah.
of those.
Mathematically improbable. You think?
I mean, the sphere. What the fuck's that about? Fucking glow. What are you chatting? But these two options, maybe. Sorry,
Maybe.
complete tangent.
It's fine. Good tangent.
Good tangent. Good tangent. Yeah. Is there anything more we'd like to add about this future and current masterpiece?
Go listen to
Future
it,
classic.
people. If we haven't convinced you already,
Yeah.
listen to the whole thing through.
I'd
Yeah.
say even if you're not into rap,
Yeah.
if you like
This
enjoy
will
albums,
get you into rap.
Yeah, it did me.
if you're an
This
album
was the album.
person or just like to listen to music,
Yeah.
just listen to this.
Yeah.
You don't need to like.
Get on that
Concept album.
Yeah.
Beautiful
It's
concept.
just a beautifully executed concept album. So, and there's just so many good moments and gut punches, all sorts.
Yeah.
Gotta love a good gut punch.
Yeah, there's lots of variety because obviously from lots of different perspectives.
Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
It's a good.
It's nice to have a good culture shock now and again.
It's
It's
true,
a good one.
actually. Yeah. This delivers a good one. It's highly potent.
Yeah.
Puts you in his place.
Yeah, you can be Kendrick Lamar.
Be Kendrick
No,
Lamar
no.
for a day.
No one can be Kendrick Lamar.
It's true.
Yeah, no one can ever
King
be
Kendrick.
King
Yeah.
Kendrick.
Yeah. It deserves it.
Yeah.
Deserves the title.
More than deserves it.
Well,
So,
looks like we've reached the end.
does it feel that way?
Sun has already gone down.
Told you.
That's annoying.
I knew I should put the light on.
'Cause
You
I
said
thought-
don't put it on.
I didn't say that.
Oh.
Julian was the one who protested that. But it also means I won't be able to do my maths work in my room because I fucking smashed my light bulb.
I was wondering last week, I was going to put the chair back in the room and I tried to turn the light on
Yeah.
and it didn't work.
I think you broke it, Julian.
I think it was just me
I
flicking the
definitely-
lights.
I know exactly how I broke it. I was like stretching, like you know where you do like the arm windmill thing. Smashed it with my hand.
Wow.
Bam. I just fucking
Christ, got
That's
the shit out of
brilliant.
it.
It's literally the fucking dumbest moment of my life. Actually, no, the dumbest moment is the fact that I haven't changed it, even though it's been broken for like a good like.
Yeah, we've got
Wait, that's our house.
new light bulbs to change.
There's one in my room. That one there doesn't work as well. I've got two. One doesn't
The
work.
thing is, those
Got one
light,
at the top
I
of the
looked
stairs.
online. Those light bulbs are like £2, but I just can't be asked to like buy one.
No, but neither can I.
If they were halogens, we'd be fucked.
Yeah. So our house should do a great light bulb buying spree at some
Yeah.
point.
At some point.
Just hopefully it doesn't go down to one light bulb in the living room.
Oh my
'Cause
god.
then we'd be
I mean, I'm
Maybe
handy.
done.
I can use the flashlight on my phone and just go around the house like that. Or I could
That'd
use
be-
my skiing light. I've got the
that'd
skiing
be
light.
lit
Like,
freeze, wouldn't it?
oh, that'd be good.
In the dark.
Unlit, please. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, I'd look like geologist with my little
Yeah.
mining light on, just going around the house. Going toilet and lighting up the toilet bowl with my fucking. Sorry,
Limit.
I was thinking about the practicality of it. That's all it was. How would you have a shower anyway?
Yeah.
So that's that.
So,
That is that.
what are we talking about next week, boys? When Liam sadly won't be here anymore.
Liam won't be joining
Unless
us.
by popular demand.
What if it just blew up?
If you want Liam
We
to
said
come
it
back,
would.
smash that motherfucking like button.
Yep.
If we get 20 likes, 100 likes, we'll invite Liam back for another.
If we get 200 likes, we'll let him.
Just 500,000 likes. We'll get Liam back.
Come on, guys.
1,000.
Let's try and hit 200 likes on it.
Before we start this episode, you gotta hit that subscribe button. It really makes me feel good. Really makes me happy for support.
Yeah, don't do that. That'd be the worst decision of your life. Anyway, so next week we are going to be doing.
Arcade Fire again.
So we're going to be back on the arcade.
I didn't
Fire.
know about this.
No.
Yes.
We're going to be doing
happy, boy.
Neon Bible.
Ooh.
So I'm thinking this is my choice for new one. I think it's just about new. I think it's
Newish, yeah.
2007, so it's on our
Right on the
board.
cusp.
Fair enough.
So yeah, so we're going to do Neon Bible.
It's going to be a completely new experience for me, actually.
Have you not listened to
Have you
Neon?
never-
Still not.
You've
Oh my-
not listened to Suburbs either, have you?
No.
So okay,
Fucking
this is why I kind of want to do
It's
this.
not genre bending or avant garde enough, Sam.
Trash.
Jesus Christ.
That was so meta.
Yeah.
I know. Sam's got no reply to
That's
that.
so true.
That's
It's funny.
I know you're a pretentious prick who only listens to Suburbs. Has avant-garde at the front. It's
There
like
better be a
more than-
half-hour song in there somewhere.
Every song has to be more than like 7 hours. Has to make you cry, or you never listen to it ever again.
So yeah, I'm sure we'll get an album.
So yeah, I'm
like
looking
that at
forward
some
to
point.
this.
Yeah. So Neon Bible. It
That.
doesn't have a half-hour song on it, but
Yeah,
it's
no.
good.
I trust
And-
it is.
Oh boy.
And now we are finally
It's about
going to
damn
talk
time.
about Boards of Canada.
Yep, we're gonna do GeoGaddy.
Geodaddy.
GeoDaddy. This album intrigues me so much, and I've like, oh,
I'm ready. To
I
get
just love Boards
spooked.
of Canada. Yeah.
I'm ready to get spooked.
It's not even the most
Spooky.
spooky album I've heard in my life, but it's like, it is spooky.
Spooky.
Very.
And just Boards of Canada, because Boards of Canada is just great. It's just a
They
good.
don't make me bored of Canada.
Ooh.
Nice.
You're getting too
I'm on
cocky.
fire.
That was a good follow-up to the programming joke earlier.
Man, my comedy is on
So
point.
litty.
I totally don't want to end my life.
So that'll
If
be-
we hit 20 likes, Sam will do it right here, right now.
Nah.
How many times?
Nah, make
Anyway.
it 2.
Make it one, and then you can like it yourself.
What about dislike? Dislike for Sam.
We do have one dislike.
Do we?
Oh, what?
I know who it is.
Oh,
It's my friend who she was like, we were at the pub once and she was talking about how she liked edgy bands.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was she said she liked.
21 Pilots.
No, it wasn't 21 Pilots. It was, I think it was
Liam
Blink
said.
182
Yeah.
or what are the other fucking trash bands with numbers on them?
Some 41 was the other thing, wasn't it?
Linkin
Yeah.
Park, I think maybe, but she like.
Yeah, it's the formula.
She said she was a fan of those, so I went like, oh, listen to this, and like fucking trash it, like, because I couldn't be asked to like debate her
Explain,
there and
yeah.
then, so she said she listened to it and then disliked it, and like, yeah,
That's
she
the-
said the other day, she was like, by the way, I did dislike it. What?
There's our perfect record gone.
What have we done? It's all over.
That makes me
Shame.
happy. That episode's gone to use. Like,
Yeah,
that's that
exactly.
you've used that as a tool. I like it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Alright.
unlike the rest of our useless episodes. See you next time. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Stay flat, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye.
Bye.